I have grown up seeing so many creative ways to try and trick the other team. And I'm not gonna lie, when I heard about Oklahoma using a fake script to trick Texas in the 1999 Red River rivalry, wow, that's hard to say. And yes, that's the title of this video we're reacting to. I had to check this out. I watched a little bit of the video already, not going to lie. But not all of it. I don't know how it ends. But, man, it just goes to show you that teams are willing to do anything to get a leg up and to get an advantage over their opponent. I'm sure when you were in high school or middle school, maybe even college, you found times where your coaches were a bit superstitious or they were willing to do anything to get that extra edge. And we're going to see some of that in this video, so let's get started.
Everyone here knows about this game.
The Red River rivalry is heated up.
Woo!
Texas, touchdown Sooners, Williams got him on the blitz.
But there's something about one of the games in this rivalry that, well, most people don't know.
I had heard this story before, but not in any kind of official or formal way.
Everybody likes a good caper, and everybody wants to know something the other guy doesn't know.
Call it the Cotton Bowl Caper. The year was 1999. And making his debut in the rivalry was a mysterious new character, calling plays for OU.
I know that we got to do anything we can to get an edge and to try to keep them off balance and try to get them to squander as many plays as we can.
The Sooners were heavy underdogs, and on Wednesday night, just 3 days before the game, Leach had an idea. More like a play script scheme.
We want
Come on now. You're the underdog in a huge conference rivalry game, and you are willing to do anything to get a leg up, apparently. But hey, man, you know what? If it works, it works. Gotta get creative.
wanted to just see how honest Texas was, so we decided to write up a script, a dummy script.
The challenge for Leach in the decoy script was to come up with complementary plays to the actual one. So if you were running a play to the left, you wanted the decoy script to say something was going to the right.
The next part of the plot? Call it the drop. Leach used one of his players pregame to deploy the decoy, so Texas would be sure to find it.
He's like, I want you to run past their sideline, and as you're running up the tunnel, I want you to take the script and act like you're putting it in your belt loop, let it fall out onto the ground. It was kind of the first real espionage I'd ever been a part of.
One of their GAs is wandering by and, oh, what's this? A piece.
Before we get to see Texas's reaction to this playbook or whatever it is, script falling on the ground, if you were a player and your coach told you to do this, what would you do? I don't know. I would probably not stop him, but I'd probably say, you got to find another player to do that. I wouldn't put it that way, but man, just something doesn't seem right about that. Man, I don't know, but it's a lot easier set. It's a lot harder to respond to coaches on the spot when it comes to high pressure situations like that. I'm sure all of you athletes can understand that. So yeah, let's see what Texas is about to do.
He looks at it and his eyes get kind of big and he sort of hides it and looks around to see if anybody saw him get it.
I love the animation.
Fake play script made its way straight to the Texas locker room.
We all thought it was real because we thought that the alternative would be just so far-fetched that somebody would go through the trouble to create a fake call sheet and actually leave it and drop it, where we would find it.
Carl Reese takes it up to the press box he starts studying the script, trying to figure out what defense they're going to call to match up the script.
When I wasn't calling defenses, I was looking at it, and it was a huge distraction.
And on the second play of the game, the script says double reverse pass.
We were trying to get them over there to the left. We hit Savage, and everybody was over to the left, and Savage was to the right.
So on first down, Hyper wide open is the freshman Savage.
No way.
Oklahoma.
It's very hard.
Okay, so pretty much I didn't understand they had a script that actually went play by play, and I guess coaches do this. I don't know how common it is for coaches to actually follow a script play to play, because obviously things happen and you have to pivot and make adjustments as the game goes on. But that is hilarious. They actually looked at the script. The whole team went one way while the other play went the other direction. That's the play that just ran is a very popular pass concept where you basically have a lot of people run a lot of routes going one way and then one person going underneath to just get a really easy, quick pass in. We ran that in college a lot. And you don't want to drop that ball. Imagine being the receiver, being excited, but then like dropping that ball when you know you could have had a touchdown. So an easy play takes a lot of practice to execute, but it's kind of hilarious that they scored on the first play.
In the course of a football game, to go back and see a wide receiver at any level of football that wide open.
Going up top, Jackson one-on-one, turns around with a catch to the end zone.
As the game went on, it was a catastrophe.
By the time it was 17-0 Sooners, Coach Reese had seen enough of the so-called script.
I grabbed it.
17-0, man. Oh my goodness. They were destroying Texas, man. What can I say? It worked. But when someone does something once that's successful and everyone else tries to do it, well, then it doesn't really start working anymore. So I'm guessing you don't really see that happen too often nowadays.
Watered up in a tight ball, and there was a trash can sitting over the corner. I'd give it a toss, and there it was. Got rid of it.
After trashing the script and calling their original defenses, Texas outscored Oklahoma 38-11 the rest of the way.
Excuse me? 38-11? Man, they were underdogs. Jeez, man. And I'm telling you, football is a game of adjustments. There was a time I played at a Division II school. We were in the Gulf South Conference, Mississippi College, if you were curious. It was 35-35 at halftime. And I think the game ended like 68-35 or something. Like, they scored 35 unanswered points the second half, and we didn't score any points because they made the right adjustments to the second half of the game. So it goes to show you, if you have coaches that know what they're doing and they have a game plan, that's what can happen. Yes.
28 yards to build in the end zone.
Nearly 20 years later, the caper has come to light, and so has the lesson.
The lesson is if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Don't ever try to pick up my scripts or steal my signals, because you don't know what may be in store for you.
Wow. Hope you learned something from this video. Let me know if there's any other stories or players you want me to react to. This is crazy, guys. Really entertaining, though, so I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.